Hello everyone. Welcome back to another stream. I'm Viggo Man. If you're brand new here, you've never seen me, my name is just below here as well, so it should be pretty obvious who I am. But who are you? Who's in the chat today? We have Photoslav, Acqui, Razor Dawn, Make Space for the King, Welcome all of you guys. Really glad to have you here. Today's stream was not really planned. It's quite spontaneous. I need to just adjust the volume a little bit for myself here. Welcome everyone. Today's stream is, as I said, spontaneous, and I initially didn't really have too many planned todays, but you know how it is. So I ended up with a little bit less time than I have. I have to be somewhere in an hour and a half as well. So let's see how long we can stream. But I'm here now. Let's do some building together. Really glad for everyone who showed up. And as I said, gonna be streaming more regularly in the future now, coming up. Every Monday is what I'm aiming for, but this coming Monday I'm traveling with work, so I'm not here, but every other Monday, apart from that, I should be here. Iced Out Rolex, welcome, first timer here. And Permarin, man, that's been a while since I've seen that name in chat. How are you? So glad to see old people just plopping in, even after all these months and years and whatnot. Like, there's people that's been a big part of my community, basically my life, I guess you could say. But for sure, my community and what I'm building and my hobby, which is this fantasy world building kind of thing, for years. Like, we're talking 5-6 years probably, which is insane. Looks like a castle you saw in France this summer. Definitely could be, because this is inspired by several French castles. So that definitely makes sense. That's really cool. I really want to go traveling to France again. It's been a while, and I want to go there just to check out castles, really, for castle sightseeing in both France and Germany. Like, going up the Rhine Valley would be awesome again. I was there when I was like, we drove through the entire Rhine Valley when I was probably 16, so 10 years ago almost. Well, more than 10 years ago. Wow, I don't know, not exact math this year, but it's been a while, and I loved it so much. We stopped by a couple of castles, got to walk indoors and just walk about. Amazing. Since the previous stream, I've been doing a little bit of work. I have finished off this chapel, which is awesome. It's looking pretty grand. I added a statue for the lady, which is the main goddess of the religion of Argus, but also for Gilia and Meria. They share the same religion and a lot of the same culture as well. And of course, if you've been here, you know the lore. I added a cat statue. This is the derpiest thing I probably ever have built, but it's all I could make for this small scale here. Yeah, you can tell it's a cat, I think, but it's super weird. But if you don't know, this place here was kind of built as a way of dealing with the grief of a lost cat, both for me personally. If you don't know, my beloved cat Nussy passed away, or she was hit by a car a month ago now, and yeah, it was really tough on us. It was tough on me and my wife, so I had to do something to remind myself or remind her. So building this castle here is really my way of honoring her in a way, but also the lore behind this is that a rich man, very rich man, one of the nobles in Argus, which by the way is this kingdom you can kind of see separated by the mountain range here and the lake and all of that, and this is Argus. One of the wealthiest men in Argus was had a daughter which had a cat named Nussy, of course, which, yeah, you get the deal, who died, and she was not able to get over that. She was so sad, and her dad wanted to do absolutely everything in his possession or anything he could to make her happy again, really. And it started by like buying her things like a horse and maybe a small little thing. And as she got older, she still wasn't happy again. He got her the best man, the best husband in the kingdoms, like a super wealthy and super kind man. And he's the perfect husband for her, really, at least back in the day, I don't know. And he ended up actually having to build this castle here over time, of course, for her, without really success, I guess. So this castle here is, both for me personally, built for my my dead cat, but also in the lore of it, it's somewhat built to deal with the loss of a loved cat. So I think that's kind of cool. Thank you, Razor Dawn. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been real rough, but it turned out to a great castle, I guess. But yeah, so that's kind of a little lore there. I left a little bit of a speech about that in the previous video as well, but or the previous stream. But yeah, so since the previous stream, we did the chapel, as you saw. I even added a top bit here, and added a little. I can show you the interiors. It's all, yeah, it's super sad. So yeah, I think everyone can relate. It's just a weird thing, really. She's just a pet, so you kind of you know you have to move on, and you know your instinct tells you not to get too sad, but you just get to, yeah, your feelings just go overhand. Anyway, let's go through here and then through here, and here we have another bedroom. So this is built on top of the chapel. Now let's go outside again, and I'll show you the other small things we have done, and then we will get some building done. I hate this door, by the way, but it's the only way I could figure out a way to get on top of the battlements here. So we're keeping the door. Yeah, like I wouldn't even try to say that losing a cat or a dog or a pet or whatever is close to, yeah, as you said, actually losing your father. I can't, just thinking about that sort of stuff is tough, and luckily I haven't lost any of my father or parents. I guess I only have one father. I haven't lost any of my parents, and I haven't lost any of my grandparents that I knew. The grandfather on my mother's side died long before I was born, so I never really knew him. So I've never been through that sort of grief in a way. But I'm not trying to say that losing a cat or dog or whatever is anything close to that. But it's just a weird thing, like, yeah. Such a weird thing. Anyway, let's cheer up, guys. Let's talk about something more fun, shall we? Let's talk about what we build today. We're going to be building the first line of defense for the castle here. So hopefully we can finish this today. It's not a big project. It's just like this little thing here. Building a ramp which leads up to a small drawbridge. And then we're going to have some walls. And a little tower here. And then I also want to carve out a little bit of a moat or something below here. So I think that's going to look really cool. That's very true, Rashidon. So it's a weird thing, like the emotions tell you it's a big deal, but your mind tells you something else. I don't know. It's really weird. Anyway, so if you have any ideas for this before we start building, we need to plan a little bit ahead. And while we figure out what we're going to be planning, I'm going to just like do some more planning, I guess. And I'm just going to stack this down a little bit, and then we can work with the shape and stuff later. There we go. I want to have like a slight slope, as you can see here on the walls here. So it kind of slopes up towards the gate. That's insane, Permarain. I think you wrote about that, didn't you, in my Discord? Or at least someone else. Someone is building a map about that same scale. So I think that was you. It could be someone else. I don't know. I'm not really good with names, so I might be mixing up a little bit. Also, guys, just since we're talking about World Painter maps and layers and things, Tom, what? I can't remember his name. As I said, super bad with names. Let me find that. Just like a little shout out here. Tom, what the geek, another streamer. He's not on, is he? No, I don't think he's on. He has made this amazing conquest map with layers. Yeah, Tom, what the geek. Yeah, what the geek. Definitely check that out if you got the chance to just stop by a stream of his. I was amazed by like his layers and especially the trees and atmosphere and things. It's really such an inspiration to me, and whenever I see people build better than I do, which there are tons of people who do, I'm always like inspired to try even harder and learn more things. And I think I mentioned this a little bit last time in the previous stream, like with Racer Dawn. Sorry to shout you out here, but you're a very good builder, and whenever I see stuff you build, I always like to take a close look at the nitty-gritty details you have put into the facades and things, because I might learn something. And I always try to learn whenever I see other people build. So yeah, his map was amazing, and I really want to try to learn how to do stuff like that myself, but it's a little late now. We have this beautiful map here. It's not layered, but it's still quite beautiful in my opinion, and I wouldn't leave this now for another world. And yeah. Hey Darth Cat, it's been a while, how are you? Finally caught the stream. Well, there hasn't been many streams to catch lately, but I'm glad you're here. So let's just like delve, I don't know if that's a word. Think a little bit about what we need here. What kind of structures and things do we need for this little line of defense? And at all, is this a feasible design in a way? I'm very open to suggestion when it comes to this. Yeah, like when people are raiding in Twitch, it's such a nice feature, really. And yeah, I've known Tom for a long time. We even did like a collab project. I don't know. That's a long time ago. 5 years probably. We did a collab, and it was, yeah, he was such a great builder back then even, but like I haven't been catching up because he usually streams, and I'm never on Twitch. It's too stressful for me to be on Twitch and talk to people like that, like in the chat and stuff. I know I could just lurk, but whatever. I like to put on a good Netflix show or YouTube series or whatever, and just like embrace that while building alone. So I really didn't keep up with that, but it was whenever I'm tuning in, his world is always it's next level stuff. Yeah. Hey Frank Castle. We're building a little carrot castle, or a bouncy house actually, in front of this, and then this is the real deal back there. Yes, Darth Cat, there is some lore behind this. I mentioned it earlier before you joined, but I'll give you a quick recap. It's pretty grim, and it's built like it's a two-way lore, so it's both for me personally, but also for the build itself. I lost my cat, or we lost our cat, a month ago. It was really rough on us. Let's not go too deep into that, but yeah, it was really rough, and I wanted to do something to first of all grieve, but also remember her by, or you know, something to, yeah, kind of keep her as a part of this massive project I'm working on. So the castle here is for me personally to keep Nusi, which was her name, as a part of this world forever, which it just, yeah, it's fitting, I think. But the lore behind this is very similar. A very rich man had a daughter who had a cat she loved, and yeah, as you can guess, the cat died, and she was what's the word I'm looking for? I keep trying to come up with it, but I just can't get it. Man, I hate when that happens. Yeah, they weren't able to make her happy really, and she couldn't get over her dead cat, so he started buying her things, like getting a horse and other expensive things, and he got her the perfect husband and perfect life, and he did absolutely everything, and the last thing he did to kind of get her happy again was to buy her a castle, and this castle is built for her to kind of grieve the loss of her cat. And yeah, she didn't really, I don't think she ever got over her cat, but as you can see here, the sigil is a white royal cat, like a princess cat. Heartbroken, no, the act of helping someone who is heartbroken or who is sad, just like, what's the word for that? I don't know. Like helping someone who's sad or feeling down, and just like helping them get over. And over here you can see as well, we have the sigil, red and green, and then the white princess cat, which is pretty cool. Nusi was white, by the way, my cat. So that's kind of the thing there. Yeah, inconsolable. Yeah, that's when console, is that the word, like of making people happy again? Like inconsolable is probably the act of not being able to get happy again. I can figure this out because I know the Norwegian word, no problem. Comfort. Yeah, I guess you can say that, comfort. Guess that's the word I'm looking for. Comfort someone. So yeah, that's the lore behind this. It's a little grim. I'm trying to make it a positive experience to build this. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So let's just do that. Fill this in. Okay, so console. Oh, wow. Little hiccup there. Console is the act of giving someone comfort. This is located in Argus. Oh, wow. I've done goofed here. I've done goofed big time. What? How did I... What have I done? What have I done here? Yes, true. I quit. So she was inconsolable. Okay, yeah. I don't know what happened there with my measuring and lining up of things, but I think we got it now. So yeah, this is built on Argus. Let me show you on the map. It's built very close to Somerset, actually. So the road is going to go from here and then up like through the little mountains here. You can see it from down there and all the way up to this place. It's going to look pretty cool. This is 1.19.2. I'm thinking to actually So I like the way that this is kind of like pretty sloped, constant slope here. So I will not make the ground follow that slope, and rather just have some elevated walls here. I'm not entirely sure. Not too much, as long as all the mods. I have some custom mods for this, like I have the Victory mod and Believe mod, and so it's not just to launch the correct version of the mod pack. And then I would have to config my server again, which, by the way, this is on a server. But it shouldn't break too much. But I have some data packs and yeah, whatnot. And then warps and things. Very good idea, Akwi. I'm too busy entertaining you, so my brain has stopped making smart decisions. Let's use the field command. I just remember the previous time when I updated from 1 point... What version was that? I updated a little bit, and yeah, I broke some small things. I even had some problems with corrupt parts of the world, where luckily I had a backup, so I could just like create a schematic and paste it over again. But I had areas where blocks were missing and things, so I don't know. No, I don't. Permanent. What is that? Is that part of Axiom? Or is this a standalone mod? So my idea is here, for this tower here, it's not going to be tall, or more like a turret, I guess, I don't know. And then they would have like great access to shoot down on this slope which leads up here. Hey, Bulos Carlos! That's been a while. I do remember your name actually, for some reason, but that's been... It must have been a year at least, I think. Welcome back, how are you? My initial idea was to kind of curve it a little bit, like following this, but kind of ended up on this cliff here, and it was really tricky to align it, so yeah. Should we have a gatehouse here, or is it enough to just have this drawbridge? Or do we need a drawbridge at all? Could we just perhaps like make a bridge out of stone? No, I think we need a drawbridge. A drawbridge is always cool. Real castles have drawbridges, right? So let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think we're gonna have a full-on gatehouse, but we need some place to hide the mechanisms to rise the drawbridge. Yeah, yeah, great minds think alike, Akwi. Great minds think alike. We need some sort of gatehouse to have the mechanism. Have I messed up again? I planned this to be 4 wide, and I don't like building in even numbers. How do we solve that? We just expand this a little bit. What inspired you to do your current build? This is inspired by several French castles, such as Pierre Fond, I think it's called, and that's the one I can remember. Several French, and again, I'm no expert on like architectural history and stuff, but it's later architecture, so I think it's like Renaissance castles, or perhaps a little earlier, like, when was the Renaissance? Maybe it's the Renaissance. I believe Pierremont was started or finished in early 1700s. Paintbrush is a world-lit add-on. Ah, okay. Lets you texture blocks that have All textures. Oh wow. I need to look into that. Can you, are you in my Discord, permanent? If so, can you leave a link or something to the documentation for that mod? That sounds like something I would be really interested in. So yeah, we need a gate. I agree with Acqui here. We do need a little gate. But again, I don't want to have like a full-on gatehouse. It's more of just a gate, I think. And yeah. Okay, yeah. So the images you see from that is not from that time anyway. This build is in Argus, the kingdom of Argus here. Very close to Somerset, which is down here, and I love how this looks on the map. And then I think it's gonna look awesome once we connect this up. And then I intend to build, not now, this is gonna be a future project. I want to build a small fishing village here with some docks and stuff, which will provide Somerset, because there's no harbor here, or no docks or anything. And also this castle with access to the sea, so it might be like a tavern or an inn or something here. Small fishing village. It's gonna look awesome. Yeah, so we need oh, we're lagging. Oh wow. Yeah, we need a gate that, so how tall is this? This is 6 blocks. We can make it 5. Let's do that. I don't know. So it's 6 blocks. So we need to go up 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how tall the drawbridge itself will be once it's folded up. And then I agree with Acqui. I think we should have some battlements on top here. So you can kind of come up here. There's a little floor here, and then yeah, you can stand up here and shoot down. Hey, Boitma! Thank you so much for raiding with 23 people. Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome to this castle here. Raid time, awesome. Yeah, welcome guys. We're just about to start building the first line of defense of the castle here, which still doesn't have a name. I'm just for myself calling it Nussis Castle, but we could come up with something else. If you have ideas, for those of you who know the lore, it might be easier to remember or come up with a name for this place. But if you have ideas, do let me know, either here in chat or in my Discord. But yeah, this is let's take a quick tour, since a lot of new people, thank you Permanent, thank you so much. Since a lot of new people just joined by, and you might be wondering what on earth is this shiny castle here. Thank you so much Herbcraft for subscribing with Prime, appreciate it. Well, bye Bythmo, thank you so much for raiding and stopping by and everything. Awesome man, thank you so much, have a good one. So yeah, this is a castle we have been working on for, it's been 3 weeks I believe. You can just go on my YouTube and see when the last video from Sangre Kerr was released, and basically I've been working on this since that day. So I think it's 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks, something like that. So it's been a quick process of building this. Also a little Easter egg here. If you need to get down real quick, you can always land on this cart of hay. For those of you who have played Assassin's Creed. Here's the feast hall. Looking pretty colorful and dope. And then around here, courtyard. And then the chapel. and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, let's not waste too much time. As I said, I have to be somewhere in not very long. So let's start by building the front line of defense here. And unless you guys have any... Oh, the hype train is on its way. I've never had a hype train, I think. But thank you so much for subscribing, Builders, again. You... Awesome, man. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for that. I never had a hype train going, so let's keep that up. I have no idea what it means. For those of you who know me, you know that the Twitch thing and all the stuff, I don't know. I just build Minecraft. That's what I do. I don't really understand any of the mechanisms of Twitch or whatever. I'm here for building. So, yeah. But thank you so much. Let's start building. Let's start the recording here. We need to remember that. I have forgotten it while streaming sometimes, and it's not ideal for me as a YouTuber. Brush, sphere, conquest, tan, limestone, I think it's bricks, and then mask that to orange. Whoops, orange. Can we do that? Yep. So I'm just gonna be painting a little bit here. Thank you so much. Let's do that, and then I think we can just brush, sphere, conquest, and I think it's light, limestone, cobble. The naming conventions aren't really making a lot of sense, but apparently this is cobble and this is bricks for some reason. Ah, okay, so if... I understand. Permanent, thank you. I should probably know that. I have been in streams where the hype trade starts, but yeah. Let's do that, and then this one is white, limestone. Again, back to bricks. Who would have known? Conquest, white, limestone, bricks. I decided to go with this kind of... I'm calling it a cobblestone texture instead of this cleaner bricks for the front. I just feel like these sort of bricks look more expensive, more wealthy, more regal, I guess, than this. And this is just like a front little battlement thing. So, I don't know. It made sense in my mind. Alright. That's working. And then we actually need to increase this by one layer. Right, I think. And then we need to add the granulations. So it's gonna be like that. And I'm gonna use the same texture as this one. Yeah, that will work. And then I think we will go back later and make it not as flat. We can use like vertical, or the... what's the name of it? Vertical corner block? Vertical quarter, yeah. And slabs and stuff to make it more, I guess, more rustic looking. Alright, there we go. Like that. And wondering, should we have... No, let's actually bring this down to the same level. So just that. How does that look? Just like... Yeah, I think that would work. Well, thanks for stopping by, Permarain. Have a good one. I disagree, Akwi. I like having... Because it's not supposed to be a tower, it's just like a little elevation to get a little bit up above this. And if it's something... you that's also a good idea, though. You can use that to get on top of the tower or the gatehouse. Let's play around with it a little bit. I still think that it might look better to have the tower and the gatehouse at different elevations. But if we can't make it work, we can always increase the height of it a little bit. Yeah, so let's try this first, because one of the things I really love about this castle so far is all the different levels. You have towers here, there, roofs. Yeah, you have this matriculation sticking out at all different levels, crenulations at all different levels, and keeping with up with that, I like having these things at different elevations for this one. So I'm gonna try to see if it will work, but if we can't make it work, we can always change it. Even considering making this out of wood. I'm not entirely sold. That's cool. Thank you, Dark Cat. I like them as well. We could just have a ladder, but that's gonna look a little weird. Maybe what we can do is to do like a combination of what Akwi wanted and my initial plan. To do like extend this a little bit. That's true. That's also an idea if we have to. Yeah, so what we could do is to have like some wooden platforms here. So like you take a ladder up there, we have another platform here. And from here you can get out on top of this tower. Even get some more battlements there. I kinda like that. little dip down there. But we should probably make this a little thicker. It looks a little weak and thin. One of the things I want to talk to you guys about today is hobbies besides Minecraft. I bet a lot of you guys are doing some real cool things outside playing Minecraft. So, just curious if anyone have some fun hobbies. I know, like Acqui, for example, you have like lizards or whatever they're called, which is really cool. And I know, like, people, I see that in my Discord, like people paint and make medieval armor and things like that. So we'd be really curious to see what kind of hobbies people have besides Minecraft. Could make it. Oh, perfect. Yes. Now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. A little arrow slit in the back here. Do archery. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. Reptiles, yeah. Personally, I've gotten really into, it's not just recently, but like plants, and especially bonsai, if anyone has heard about that. It's like this, I call it an art form, but it's a weird combination of art and whatever, but where you create miniature trees that's supposed to look like real trees. So it's like yeah, it's like a mix of making miniature things, which is also cool in itself, but then plants and kind of a way of caring for things and learning how to like keep them alive. And it's like I have a little greenhouse in the garden, and just seeing the trees just thrive in the summertime and whatever, it's really cool. Yeah, it's really peaceful. In general, it's really peaceful, and for me, it's giving me like some really nice, routines in the morning. I wake up every morning whenever I have work from home. That is, I switch up a little bit between working from home and working at the office. But whenever I work at home, I usually wake up, go for a little walk, and then go out and water all my bonsais, and just making sure everything is fine with them, and then I start my day. So it's like a really peaceful way of starting the day off with some fresh air, just looking at some plants. Yeah, it can be quite difficult. I don't think it's considered to be an easy hobby by any means. But it's also, it's what you make of it, really. Like, you can we somehow connect this up so it looks like, that's gonna be tricky. It's what you make of it. Like, if you can keep the tree alive, it's easy, but you have to, you can't leave them for longer periods. Like, if you forget about your bonsais for a week, they're dead, all of them. Especially if you like have proper plants and proper soil and whatever. They thrive if you just kind of maintain them. They're really easy to keep healthy, but as soon as you neglect them, they're dead. Maybe the chain can go around. Maybe beam across. Actually, like, we don't really need. Just building on Acqui's idea here. That's one of the things I like about streaming is all this like instant feedback. Hey, Dukan Red, welcome! That's been a while. How are you, man? Yeah, I've always wanted to do something like this myself. I've been wanting to do that, but never really had a chance. Or I have had a chance plenty of times, let's be honest. But I've never taken the chance, really. But so far, I'm digging it. Does that kind of work, like having it built into the stone like that? To me it looks kind of cool the way it's kind of built into the rock. That's true, yeah. For me, it's I don't have as much time as I used to, but I like whenever I play Minecraft, I can really do whatever. Like, I got the possibility to build whatever I want when I'm first playing Minecraft, but I usually go towards more older medieval things. Thank you, Dukan. Yeah, that's been a really fun project, and it's been getting a decent amount of traction on YouTube and stuff. It's it was a slow start, but it's turning out to be one of the most popular series I've had in a while on YouTube. So that's always fun, especially as a YouTuber. You could have, you could have the beam. You could do that. But the thing is, if you, well, it might look symmetrical, more symmetrical, so it could look better. Yeah, I think from the feedback I've had is by a lot of people, it's something new. People have seen. They've seen mega builds, they've seen big castles, they've seen medieval cities, and they've seen every video has been built or made over and over and over again. So I think Sangrekur is, yeah, a little different in that way. I'm finding this gatehouse here harder than I was expecting. So, Acqui, you're talking about a beam. Do you want the beam to just go across like that? Because then it's kind of blocking the gate, and I'm not a big fan of that. But we could bring it up. But I feel like all these pulley systems feels a little overkill in a way. This one. I'm struggling with this a little bit. It's kind of cool when it's looking really mechanical and stuff, but again, it's supposed to be a medieval castle. Well, let's go. Let's leave it for now. Let's go with this design here. Yeah, let's do that. And we can go back and change it if we want to. Now it's at least symmetrical, which is cool. The gatehouse looks super derpy. It looks very derpy for some reason. Alright, let's do some quick world edit on the ground here, and then I think I'll end the replay with that. Let's brush the sphere. Let's go for black and mask that to brown, and then create like something like that, and then replace brown with conquest rocky sandy soil, and then oh, I can't remember the name of that one. Dark sandy soil. Replace black with conquest dark sandy soil and conquest rocky sandy soil. There we go. Kind of get a slight shading there of the centerpiece. That's also a good idea. By counterweight, you mean like you have a beam that goes across like this, and then a counterweight on the opposite side. Let's end the replay there, just so it's not too long, and then we can tinker with this design for a little longer before I'm leaving. All right, so. In that case, I think I want to, like, if I can get the beams to go through here, I make it a lot easier for myself, because I don't have to do all of this indentation in the walls here, and we can do that with a little trick. Right? We can. Is that too thick, perhaps? No, it probably needs to be about that thickness. And then I'm pretty sure there's no like side for chains. Like for rope, we have one of these that you can like build on the side, but perhaps we can go with that. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're onto something now. I like that. Then we just like lead a little stub there to like attach the rope to. And that way we can just, and then connect the counterweight here to this one. I like that. And we can also, I believe I've seen this done, where the counterweight is built like attached directly onto these. Yeah, I like that better. It's still not perfect, but we're getting there. And then I think we still need a little bit of a pillar system, but not as complex as this one. Yep. That's cool. Yeah, completely abandoning this original idea. And these guys, by the way, if you're new here, this is why building stuff like this takes so long, is because you get stuck on these small things. That's where most of the time is passed, by just like small details on how to get the gate to open or whatever. Then I guess all we need is like just a rope hanging here, so if you have to close the gate, you just jump here and drag this, and then it should be balanced so much that, yeah, let's leave it like that. Let's leave it like that. I think I'm gonna go for this kind of sloped wall here as well. I think that looked really cool. Yep. Again, I do want to build more of a moat, or dig out a little moat here. Do you have any ideas about that? Should we just leave it like this? Just have like this man-made gap between them by building up, or should we like dig out from the rock underneath it? It's quite narrow here, so not sure too much digging would do much. There's no sewage system. We have guardraobes around the castle. Here we have one. As you can see, also it's painting the wall nice and brown. And then another one here. So we have like these guardraobes around the castle, and then the water, so the rainwater and everything, is captured by kind of a cistern system. Let me show you that. These cellars aren't done, by the way. So down here, so there's like these pipes, so it collects all the water into here. So all the water ends up in here, and then all the other things that might go into the sewage is just dropped outside the castle. You think I should build a ditch? Yeah, or dig a ditch. That was my initial plan, so maybe we'll stick with that. But let's do some layering before we do that. Is anyone working on some cool projects lately? Like, I know some of you guys are, but still, remind me. I think it's always fun to see or just hear about people doing big projects in Minecraft. It's such an inspiration. Dwarven Citadel. That sounds awesome. I also saw this short you made not too long ago, Dukon, about like some kind of... Yeah, was that the same thing? The Dwarven Citadel? It was some kind of citadel you built. It could be the same, for all I know. What, Akwi? What are you doing with your time if you're not playing Minecraft? That's literally the only thing there is to do with your time. Okay, so the big castle is vanilla. That I see, yeah. Interiors in vanilla is such a pain, especially after you have used Conquest. But it's also a little bit of a relief because there's not so many choices. You're not as paralyzed by all the choices Conquest gives you. Yeah, I guess working takes up a lot of time as well, sadly. I'm switching jobs, by the way, guys. I'm not sure if I told you. I've been working as a consultant for 2 years now. Switching it up a little bit, working for a product company, as we call it. Working, I don't want to say what company I'm going to be working for, but I'm going to be working on furthering developing a product someone is selling, which is like still IT, so it's a program or an application. So that's going to be, I think, first of all, a change in pace. Like as a consultant, your days are super busy and super like yeah, hectical in a way. Dig a ditch? Yeah or nay? Yeah, let's go for a ditch digging. I think I want to do this by hand. I think doing it per world edit probably will cause more harm than good, so... I think we're already decided. It was my initial idea, and sometimes you just gotta follow that. And then I wanted it to align with like, it's kind of hard to tell, but there's like this shards, is that what it's called, into the rock here, like I don't know. So the road goes between like these two little hills here, and a little valley going upwards, and then there's another one here, and I want to connect this little moat to that. Listening to this music here really makes me want to play Manor Lords again. It's one of the few games I've played in a while, besides Minecraft, that I've truly enjoyed. Yeah, the flow paths, is that perhaps what it's called? So it makes sense that like when they carved this moat here, they wanted to drain well, so it's not overflowing with water. So Yeah, that's so I enjoy, like, I have made some videos on it, and as you might can tell, I stopped making videos. I made like 3 videos, or I made more than that, but anyway. And it's just like the early gameplay is awesome, but in the end, it gets a little boring, and it gets for me too hard. Just like getting enough food is almost impossible if you want to build a city. If you want to build like small settlements, you can, but you can kind of get that done in an hour. But if you want to build like big cities, it's at least for me, it was too much of a hassle of keeping up with everything. And also, yeah, castle building. I really would love to be able to build a big castle, and also like city walls, and then have like fortifications on the city. I think that would be really cool, having gatehouses and bridges, and also more water, really, like having rivers. You could build like alongside rivers. There's some small streams in the game now, but like having full-size rivers, have build bridges, and yeah, I think that would be really cool. Is that enough for a little moat? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm curious to see how much detail or how much control over detail will we as players get, because like it's not a castle building game, so it for me it doesn't make sense to have like full control over everything. But again, I want to have full control over the castles, so I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting to see. Actually, the bottom of the ditch is probably more like dirt and mud and stuff. And I think I'm going to be layering this a little bit as well. Or like, yeah, use the conquest blocks. It gets very dark here with the drawbridge. I think that's gonna work. I kind of want it to look like it's been dug out and not fully natural. And then I think some sort of gradient block between these two. If there is such a thing. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. This part here is so tiresome, doing all of these small layers and things. But it does make it look a lot better, so it's totally worth it. I need to do this road here as well. I'm a little concerned that it might be too steep, but I think that's the only way to make it. No, do they have a new Dynamap on their website? I remember the previous one was very laggy, at least for me. It's crazy. Is it like Blue Map, so it's 3D? I remember we had, I think it was called Blue Map. Yeah, it's 3D. Yeah, we had that on the Legacy server when I built on that, the SMP. We had Blue Map, I believe, and it was so cool. Yes, it's Blue Maps. Yeah, that's insane, and it's rendering on in your browser, and being able to see your Minecraft world in a browser in 3D is so cool. And you can like, and I even remember for like the viewers of the community, people that were watching the SMP, for they to be able to see the world like in 3D and not just like from our videos, but actually like almost walk around on their own. I believe they loved it so much, from what I heard. Yeah, that's some amazing technology, and it seems to be very lightweight. It's not like lagging a lot. It's working on most computers, and it even works on phone. I believe. I think I was able to open it on my phone, on mobile. So that's amazing. I need to check that out after the stream. I actually should check out Artecraft in general. I haven't been there in ages. Back in the day, I often spent a lot of time just like roaming around the different servers, like Artecraft and also Darwin, just walking around, looking at plots, looking at what other people did. Just to, first of all, like stay up to date, see what people are doing, and then just get inspired, because there's so many good builders out there who's not making YouTube videos, who's not posting on any social media, they're not doing anything to get, or which would allow me to see their amazing builds. They're really just building for their own, just having a fun time, and then never showing it to anyone. What? They started over? When did they do that? Like the last time I checked it, they had done some insane progress on Minas Tirith. But if they have started over again after that, they're mad. But it might be like I don't know. I think the last time I saw anything, it was a couple months ago. Wow. That's insane. That's again, we talked a little bit about this in my previous stream regarding like older projects and things like that. And for me, like, I have evolved as a builder over the years, hopefully for the better, but my style has changed, and also the mod pack has changed, giving us more possibilities and things. So I think for me, like, building in the same world forever would cause me to redo things eventually, because the style has changed so much and I have changed so much, and old builds would just look bad. Like I wouldn't be satisfied with like Krasberg, which I did a lot of years ago, and I think they experienced the same. Like Artcraft is always pushing the boundary of building and what's possible and scale and everything in Conquest, and even like Minas Tirith, which in my opinion is such a great project, and they might not be happy with it after their current standards, which is crazy to think about. Especially they who have like, their goal is to build entire Middle Earth, which is in itself is an impossible task, and especially if you start redoing things, it's just ridiculous. Not entirely happy with this ramp here, but I think it will have to work for now. In looking at the time, I have to end the stream pretty soon as well. I have other plans in 10 minutes or 9 minutes, so yeah. Let's finish off this and then we'll call it a day. Hey Chromus. And it's ending? Yeah, oh man, sorry dude. You gotta stay just following up on the chats. Just staying ready at all time for a possible new stream, you know. It sure was, Dukon. Glad to see you being around here and stuff. Hope to see you in future streams, and yeah. Next time, Chromus, you'll get some more time. I hope. Next, not Monday, not this Monday, but the Monday after that, I'll be streaming again if everything goes to plan. I'm gonna be streaming as far as I can on Mondays from now on. I think we're onto something. I still feel like I have to rework it a little bit. Just spend some time, let it marinate a little bit, make it sink in, and then I think I'm gonna do some small changes to it, probably. But I like the general idea. I like the style of it, and it's like it's not taking away anything from the castle. Like if it was any bigger, whoa, voice crack. It would, it could like steal a little bit of the focus of the gate. I love the gate for this one, the main gate. It's like so scary in a good way. Just looking up here. So I like that, and it seems to be pretty well defended. We have like covered all the sides. We have a gatehouse, a drawbridge, and even this turret here, which kind of gives you great access to the entire ramp up here. Yeah, I think we did a great job. We did a great job. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for helping me build this castle here. I am enjoying it a lot, and I'm enjoying streaming again as well. It's been I've missed it a lot. I really have, and I hope that my work schedule and things like that just allows me to keep streaming a little bit. As I said, on Mondays for the time coming. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks so much, guys, for hanging out. Let's see if there's anyone we can raid. That would be fun, right? Tom is streaming, so let's see if we can. Is it raid? Let's see if we can raid Tom. Let's jump over to his stream and say hi to him from me.